Welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to be shedding light on how to become a high-value man. So how do you become a high-value man, you may ask? Without further ado, without further delay, allow me to demystify that answer to that inquiry right here, right now. In order to become a high-value man, you simply need to possess the qualities, characteristics, attributes, and of course, the trace of a high-value man. Certain men are deemed to be high value men simply because they are ascribed high value by others. However, that does not denote that they have an iota of more intrinsic value than other types of men. Perception is deemed to be subjective and is not deemed to be objective. So just bear that in mind. Allow that to marinate into the chasms of your mind. Allow that to seep into the bowels of your mind. So, in order to become a high-value man, you simply need to attain the qualities, characteristics, traits, and attributes of a high-value man. As per high-value men, they typically possess facial attractiveness and tandem with tall heights. If you lack facial attractiveness, then you can undergo plastic facial surgery to augment your facial attractiveness. If you lack a tall height, then you can undergo leg lengthening surgery to amplify your height so that you can stand at least 6 foot, 2 inches tall, barefoot. As per the qualities of high value men, over time you can learn to be confident, influential, persuasive, ambitious, audacious, bold, brazen. You could also become knowledgeable, competent, and skillful over time. You could also become goal-oriented. You have the autonomy to embrace being a pioneer of your own destiny and live your life as an autodidact. If you want to become a high-value man, then you should not only be an entrepreneur, creative, innovator, inventor, and forward-thinking maverick, but should also embrace being an autodidact. Do everything in your purview to become a world-renowned, highly revered, highly reputable industry expert in your niche field of expertise. Do everything in your purview to cultivate an abundance mindset and to embrace an optimistic outlook on life, harbor a higher positive to negative thought ratio. Do not be submissive, subservient, obsequious, nor docile to other people. You can become a high-value man, especially if you make an earnest, valiant attempt to actualize your latent potential and to manifest the quintessential version of yourself into reality. You are malleable. You can ascend to the next level in your life. You have the autonomy to do so. You can reach your higher aspirations. You can reach your overarching goals. You can manifest your dreams into reality. You can bring your lofty, ambitious, overarching, grandiose visions into fruition if you so choose to do so. High value men stand out among the pack. They are often deemed to be sigma men and alpha men, to say the least. One variable that distinguishes them from other types of men is that they have purview over how their sacrosanct, indispensable, finite, precious, and valuable time is allocated. They do not grovel at the feasts of employers. They're typically self-employed. They are pioneers of their own destinies. They forge their own futures. They follow their own paths in life. And they are also profoundly successful in their careers. So if you want to become a high value man, you need to leap outside of your comfort zone. You need to attain the qualities, characteristics, attributes, and traits of high value men. It is viably possible. You may need to strategically work hard, 12 to 18 hours per day, and make an earnest, valiant attempt to reach your overarching goals and to reach your higher aspirations. And you need to live a purposeful, meaningful, fulfilling, meritorious, worthwhile life. You should always be accruing knowledge. You should always be expanding your repertoire, and you should always be amplifying your core competencies. Do not shirk on doing so. Do not neglect to do so. You have the autonomy to become a world-renowned, highly revered, highly trustworthy, highly reputable, highly knowledgeable, highly competent, and highly adept industry expert in your niche field of expertise. You are at liberty to do so. High-value men live accomplished lives. They do not neglect to actualize their latent potentials. They do not neglect to manifest the quintessential versions of themselves into reality. They live their lives to the utmost fullest. They reap the most out of life. They're typically wealthy, profoundly successful, and also have robust, sizable networks. High-value men are sociable. They know how to be inducted into desirable social circles. They know how to convince others to perform favors on their behalves. They have tremendous expert power, and that redounds to their benefit. So if you want to become a high value man, there are a multitude of disparate approaches that you can take, but succinctly stated in sum, the bridge version is that you can live a goal-oriented life, and you could always work on improving yourself. You can leap outside of your comfort zone and live your life in order to actualize your latent potential and in order to manifest the quintessential version of yourself into reality. And you can also take heed of prioritizing reaching your overarching goals and reaching your higher aspirations and becoming all the more knowledgeable, competent, and adept over time. We should also embrace an optimistic outlook on life in tandem with an abundance mindset. Do not be imprisoned in a state of fear. It is insalubrious, inimical, internecine, toxic, and unfruitful to be paralyzed in a state of fear. You do not want to be imprisoned in a fear-based mindset. Analysis is paralysis. If a thought doesn't serve you, then expunge it from the bowels of your mind. Do not have it take up precious and valuable real estate in your neurons. Envision the possibilities that can be reaped, that can be elicited by reaching your higher aspirations and reaching your overarching goals. Do everything in your purview to manifest a prosperous, abundant, auspicious, blissful future for yourself into reality. You can become a high-value man simply by improving yourself in every facet. Do everything in your purview to optimize your house. Do everything in your purview to become more productive. Do everything in your purview to become more confident, more competent, more knowledgeable, more influential, more persuasive. Live a purposeful, meaningful, fulfilling, meritorious, worthwhile, laudable, inspirational life. You want to be inspirational to others. You want other people to aspire to be like you. You want to be exemplary to others. And you cannot be exemplary to others if you're not living your life to the utmost fullest. You want to be able to live a life that you had no qualms nor misgivings about living. So, always improve, work on reaching your overarching goals, and actualizing your latent potential to the utmost fullest. Do not desist, abstain, nor refrain from doing so. It is challenging. You may have to strategically work hard for 12 to 18 hours per day to become a high value man, but it is validly possible. If you can become extremely wealthy, profoundly successful, you're going to be all the more poised and all the more primed and all the more apt to become a high value man. And as I said earlier, if you lack facial attractiveness, if you lack a tall height, you could undergo leg lengthen surgery to amplify your height, and you could undergo plastic facial surgery to enhance your facial attractiveness. So if you can attain the qualities, characteristics, attributes, and traits of a high value man, then you can become a high value man and ascend to the next level. You never want to regress nor stagnate. You never want to be stymied, stifled, obscured, encumbered, nor obstructed. So, move your life in a forward movement trajectory. Thrust your life in a forward movement trajectory. And allow your drive to be an accelerant. Allow it to be the catalyst that gives you the impetus to thrust your life into a forward movement trajectory so that you have momentum, can build traction, and can ascend to the next level and become a high value man. You do not want to be relegated to the status of a low value man. I hope that you deem this video to be insightful and enthralling. Have a blissful day. Goodbye.